Hi guys, today is September 14. So day 13 of our 30-day quiz. This will go for 17 more days. And today we'll be doing based on maps because we have already done 12 episodes, 12 months of current affairs. Now again we'll get back to current affairs of some other older or newer months, but before that we'll look into some subjects. So it's based on maps, and this test is part of pack 5. Like all the remaining episodes, the previous episodes were part of pack 11, and we have completed that 10 MCQs from all these 12 things I showed you, 120 MCQs. Now we'll see 10 MCQs from one of this geography maps test. Okay, so please revise from the right sources. And the final tips episode series is going on. This is like appreciated by all the students who have watched it. So if you have not seen it, please go and see it, because this will maybe increase your marks by 10 or 20 or 30 fold. Okay, so please see to it that you watch such series which I make. This is a part 1. Part 2 I'll be making in another 2-3 days. Okay. And 2021, because of the huge demand, we launched batch 3 now. Batch 1 was a 365 day timetable, batch 2 was a 325 day timetable, and batch 1 is now a 250 day timetable. Okay, so this will go from October 1 to June 10. So even the people who could not clear on October 4, the prelims 2020, if they want to start everything from scratch, this timetable will help you. That is why we have scheduled it this way. Okay, 250 days is more than enough for you to do prelims and mains and optionals, everything together. And we will make sure that we'll give you the best timetable in this country. Okay, you can watch that video also. This is the thumbnail of that, and I'll show you the brochure screenshot also, because many people are asking. But detailed brochure we'll walk through in a different video, because else we'll take more time here. So it will go from October 1, 2020 to June 11. 75 test of prelims will be there, and it is tried and tested by thousands of aspirants across the country since 2016-17, because that is the time when I started formally giving a test series. Okay, before that we used to give random subject test based on spectrum or polity and all, but we had a organized test series from 2016 onwards. So it's every time it is expanding. Every year it has increased many-fold, and the number of tests has increased, the explanation level has increased, and also the number of questions which come in the exam from our test series, that also has increased. So 2020 we are expecting huge results. So let's hope for the best. And today's thing, please in live chat give your answers and see your score. Okay, based on this thing 8, 9, 10 or 1, 2, you will know which range you are and whether how much you need to practice. So first question, which of the following is false? Jhelum forms boundary between India and Pak occupied Kashmir. You know, even though India don't recognize that area, we know there is a line, LOC. Then Ravi and Beas merge into Chenab River. Then Beas originates in India and flows only in India. Sutlej forms a boundary between India and Pakistan. Okay, Pakistan means the international border. This is asking about the LOC border. This is about the international border. Okay, these are all Indus Valley tributaries and very, very important for you. Okay, so the first thing is it is asking for false statement. That means 3 of them should be true. Okay, so if you see here, Ravi and Beas merge into Chenab River. That is false. If you see the map here, Beas is actually one of the smallest one. If you see this small portion, this is Beas. Let me take a pen. So if you take Beas, that is directly going and merging into Sutlej River, which is this one. Sutlej, which comes from here. Sutlej and Indus are almost coming from the same place. Okay, the source will be in Tibet near Mansarovar Lake. Okay, it's very important for you to know. UPSC have already asked, and so it will come like this. Then Beas will be going like this, and then merging with Sutlej. So it flows in India only. That is why the statement C is true. Beas originate in India and flows only in India. Okay, Sutlej forms a boundary between India and Pakistan. So if you see this area, okay, a small touch is there in India-Pakistan international border, and the Jhelum forms boundary between India and Pak occupied. If you see this one here, the Pak occupied map will be something like this. Okay, so exactly there, this Jhelum is there, half here and half in Pakistan. Okay, so it is there in like this. So Jhelum is like that. Sutlej is in India international border, and then the other statement is Ravi and Beas merge into Chenab River is wrong, because Ravi will go separately. Ravi and Chenab and all, if you see around Himachal area, Jammu and Kashmir area, here it starts and it goes like this, and it will come here. So if you see, Chenab is the longest one. If you see this much big, it is Chenab. This is full Chenab, and all the other things are coming and merging into Chenab. Okay, like Jhelum is coming to Chenab, Ravi is coming to Chenab, Sutlej and Beas together will come and meet here. Okay, so everything then finally becomes Indus River and then goes into the Arabian Sea through Pakistan. Okay, so this is the detailed map, and you should know, okay, the origin, the length, which is in India's control, which is in Pakistan control, all those things. Okay, Indus Water Treaty brokered by World Bank in, I think, 1960. That is a very important treaty. That also you should know. Mains question have come. Okay, so I'm teaching you every aspect of this thing. That's why it's taking time. Okay. Arrange the following minor plates from top to bottom. Okay, so there are major plates and minor plates. So we are asking only about the minor plates here. Okay, these 4 are minor plates only. Arrange it in order from north to south. So it is 3, 2, 1, 4. This one first, 3, 2, 1, and finally this Scotia. So if you see here, this is the map. Okay, you can see major plates also, but if you see this one, Scotia is at the last here below South America. Then this is at the side of South America. This is in the border of North and South America, and this is much above. Okay, so this way you can make some trick like JCNS or something, JCNS. Okay, because we cannot predict what level UPSC can go. This is given your geography NCERT textbook. This is given. Okay, so when something is there in NCERT, then it's mandatory for you to study. Okay, like these major plates are also there, 7 of them, which is there in a different MCQ, but I don't think I'll be showing here in this episode. But if you have my PDF, please go and study that also. Okay, and 2021 students will get 2 tests for geography maps. Okay, this time there is only 1. Next year we will have 2. Okay, we have increased the number of tests for 2021. And which are the following are true regarding Indian wetlands. Okay. So this is Somoriri Lake is the northernmost Ramsar site in India. This Keoladeo wetland is the first designated Ramsar site in India. Bhoj wetland is the only Ramsar site in Madhya Pradesh. Then this Sashtamkota in Kerala is the southernmost Ramsar site in India. So it's the geography they are asking. Okay, so these kind of questions are framed because in one question itself we can give you the entire Ramsar sites. Okay, there are I think around 37 sites now in India. It was 26, but in December 2019 there was a current affair, and we are expecting a very detailed question this year for prelims. So please prepare all of them. And UPSC have asked many times, like which is the first, which is the largest, which is the fresh water, which is the salty water. Okay, that kind of thing they have asked. So you should know which are the new additions also. So if you see in one MCQ itself, we'll teach you everything. This much detailed maps will be there in this format or other. Okay, this is the latest one which I took in from this thing from internet. But in test which is prepared long back, maybe having an older version. But anyway, in the current affair test, it would have been having updated. Okay, so if you see, so this is not the northernmost. Okay, northernmost is Volar. Okay, so that becomes wrong. And what was the other statement? Keoladeo is the first designated one. It's not the first one. First one is actually Chilka Lake. And then Bhoj wetland is the only one in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. So Madhya Pradesh, that is true. Okay. Because others are all in the border kind of thing. And Shastangkota in Kerala is the southernmost. So if you see here, southernmost, it is this one. This Ashtamudi is the this one. Okay. These 3 are in Kerala only. So you can remember something like VSA. Okay, so that the order you should know, and you should know like which is salty, which is freshwater, because that is the area where UPSC mostly ask. And also if there is something which is getting dried up, okay, they will ask like drastically it has been reducing the size or something like that. Okay, or it has been removed from the Ramsar site, it has been added to Ramsar site. These are the things which UPSC ask. Okay, and the states match the following will definitely come. So please see to it that you prepare. Okay, we have plenty of questions. Even the full test which I am giving these days, last few full tests, there are a lot of questions on Ramsar sites. Okay. So here it's given Chilka Lake is the first designated Ramsar site. Northernmost is Volar and southernmost is Ashtamudi. Now, which of the following are true? Jordan River flows into the Dead Sea. Euphrates and Tigris flows into the Persian Gulf. This is one of the most favorite areas of UPSC, Jordan, Israel, Syria. From there, at least one question comes every alternate year, and it becomes very easy if you just go and see what is there. Okay, the basic countries, the bordering of Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea, Black Sea, those things, only that will be asked. So here the answer is both 1 and 2. So if you see here, Euphrates and Tigris, which comes like this, Syria, Iraq and all. Okay, in your NCERT also these things is there, and it will go to the Gulf. Okay, the Gulf is actually Persian Gulf. Okay, near under Iran, and if you see Iran is in between the Persian Gulf and the Caspian Sea. Okay, so that's also a question they can ask. It is between which 2 seas, and then Israel is here, Syria is here. Jordan River flows into this thing, Dead Sea. Okay, if you know Jordan, it's actually in this map. It's here you can see this is Jordan River. It will come into the Dead Sea. Here West Bank is there. You should know those three areas. West Bank is there, then Golan Heights is there, then here and one Gaza Strip will be there. Okay, these are areas under Palestine. The remaining is all Israel, and Lebanon is here. Lebanon is a high priority. Like this year question can come. Syria every year it comes, but Lebanon this year it's important. Jordan already is asked because Jordan is not having border with the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, this is Mediterranean Sea here. So Jordan don't have a border with that. That is one question which is already asked. Arrange the following from west to east. Okay, this is very important again. The same area: Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Sea of Marmara, Aegean Sea, and Aral Sea. West to east. When you get these kind of questions in the exam hall, immediately imagine the area and then try to draw that. Okay, you should know that Black Sea is there, and there'll be in both sides something will be there. Okay, there is alphabetic order you can study, like Black Sea will be here, Caspian Sea will be here. Okay, then Aegean Sea will be somewhere here. So ABC, like that, there will be a order. So try to study that. Okay, so here if you see 4, 3, 1, 2, 5, that is Aegean Sea at the leftmost, then Sea of Marmara, then Black Sea, and then Caspian Sea, and then this Aral Sea. Aral Sea already it is there in news and already asked because it is drying up. Okay, it is in the border of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, I think. And it is like it is shrinking. Okay, so that is why it was asked. And here if you see Caspian Sea, here Black Sea, so it's like ABC. Okay, ABC, and then again A. Okay, and Sea of Marmara, you should know it's again the small area which you should, I think in this map, yeah, here you can see Sea of Marmara. If you see Black Sea is here, and then below that there is two straits. One is this Dardanelles Strait, and one is this Bosphorus Strait. So that also you have to somehow remember, like B is near to B. Okay, Bosphorus is near to Black Sea, so B, and then Dardanelles is away from that. Okay, and here again some less important seas are there, but I don't think UPSC will ask that. Okay, so Sea of Marmara is here, Marmara Island is here, and Turkey is here. Okay, so this kind of learning is important for you. Okay, because below Turkey there will be Mediterranean Sea. If you see here, this area is Mediterranean Sea. Below this is Turkey. Okay, so like that, make sure that this is by hearted, not like you keep guessing in the exam hall, because these are questions which every serious aspirant will surely get the 2 marks. Okay. Arrange the cities from west to east. All are in news. Okay, every time since last 5-7 years it is in news. Okay, these are all the areas in that ISIS problems. So Raqqa, Tel Aviv, Aleppo, Mosul, and Baghdad. So benefit of doing our map series is that we take you through all these cities, all the rivers, all the straits in single MCQ. Because some people what they do is they make a single MCQ on Aleppo, single MCQ on this thing, and they give you very less MCQ. Okay, or they make you, they don't, you will forget. Okay, if you study it together, it will stay in your mind together because it's close by. So here if you see, Tel Aviv is already in news because USA-Israel relations were improving and they were doing something and all. They are shifting the embassy from here to there and all. So this Tel Aviv, this Ramallah, these are all places which are important. Okay, one is in Israel, one is in Palestine. And here if you see, these are all in Syria, Aleppo, Raqqa. This is also ARM. You can by heart like that order, ARM. Okay. Mosul and Baghdad. And Tikrit last year UPSC asked. So Tikrit, Baghdad, Mosul, it's all in Iraq. Okay, these areas in Iraq, these in Syria. Damascus is the capital, Damascus. Palmyra Island also was asked once. Then Raqqa, Aleppo. Then here Lebanon is there. In Lebanon, Beirut will be there, which is like bomb explosion that happened. Then here Israel, here Jordan, Saudi Arabia. Okay, Turkey is there above this. Okay, so this entire thing here, Iran, this should be by heart in your mind. Okay. See the trick here, TB. Tel Aviv, Aleppo, Raqqa, Mosul, and B is I think Baghdad, for that I put. Okay, left to right. Which of the following are matched correctly? Cocoa channel, 10-degree channel, 8-degree channel, great channel. Out of these, 2 of them have already been asked by UPSC, so you should know. So again, we have grouped similar things in a single question so that one time you study and you remember forever. Okay, so here everything is true. Coco Islands is there in Indian Ocean down south of India, but it is coming under Myanmar. So if you and Australia also I think has control over it. So just confirm it, Coco Island, in whose control it is. But for you, location is more important. They will not ask whose control it is. So if you see here, this is Coco Island, and here Maldives is there. So 10-degree channel is the one which UPSC asked, okay, in 2015 or something. So it is between this Andaman main island and Nicobar main island. Okay, there's another one more thing here which is called Duncan Passage that I already taught you in another MCQ. So 10-degree channel separates these two. 8-degree channel separates these two, that is Lakshadweep and Maldives. This is Lakshadweep, and below that we have Maldives. So 8-degree channel, 10-degree channel, then Coco channel, and one more thing which I taught you is Great channel, which is between Nicobar and Sumatra. That is between these two. Okay, after your Andaman island, there will be this thing Sumatra. Okay, so there it is called Great channel. So these are all things which keeps coming in the news when some shipping, trading, piracy, something happens. So you have to know this. Okay, together if you study, it will be better for you. Now again, arrange the following islands in the South China Sea. Okay, another favorite area from north to south. Paracel Island, Spratly Island, Pratas, and this is Scarborough. Okay, these are all there in UPSC's, in the news item, because China has been building artificial islands there. Okay, so you practice now this very easily, means that in exam hall you can save time. Else in the exam hall you have to again imagine the map, draw it, and all these things. So that's why I always make tricks for all these things whenever I tell left to right or north to south. Okay, so here it's 4132, that is Patas is at the north, you can see here. Then 41 Paracel Island is here. Then 3, this one here, and then 2 is Spratly Island. And here there is a thing called 9 dashed line. Okay, 9 dashes will be there like this. Okay, and that is where China is trying to build artificial islands, because you know the ocean rules, like if you have a place and then around that 200 nautical miles are under your control, okay, under UN convention. So China, what they do is they'll go to these seas, they'll make an artificial island. They have island builders. There is a big machine which makes it. Okay, sand will be taken and will be built island. So from there they will tell, okay, this is our area now, so all around it's my place. So because of that, all these countries are fighting with them: Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, and many times it has gone to even International Court of Justice, but China never listens or obeys. But that is how it is. Okay, which of the following is false? This is about the warm current and cold current. So Humboldt current, then Benguela current, Californian current. Okay, and the deserts are given, and this is a very important concept in geography: cold waves near the deserts. So all of them are true. So it's asking for false. Okay, so that's why none of these are false. An ocean current is a seasonal directed movement of seawater generated by forces acting upon the mean flow, such as wind, Coriolis effect, breaking waves, cabbing, temperature, salinity. Okay, these are the factors for those things. And this is the one map. There are many maps like this in my test series. I have one. So whichever is red is the warm current, and whichever is blue is the cold current. Okay, so Californian is here, Benguela is here. Okay, all these are cold ones. Okay, and Humboldt is same as Peru, so Humboldt current. Okay, and you should know that wherever cold current is there a desiccating effect will happen and dryness will happen, and there will be a desert here. Okay, like Atacama Desert or Mojave Desert. Okay, and Benguela, which was the one I gave, Benguela is Namib Desert. Okay, like Namibia is here in Africa, Namibia. So Namib Desert. So like that, wherever cold this thing is there, one desert will be there. Here in Australia, there will be Australian Desert. Okay, and you have to know which is going up, which is going down. It's in a similar pattern if you see how it is going. Okay, towards equator, it is one is going, and away from equator, one is going. So it's very easy if you understand the pattern. And in geography, we have taught it multiple times. But please by heart all of them. UPSC used to ask many questions from this. Now, if you travel between two strategic petroleum reserves, this Padur to Bikaner via road, how many states you have to touch at minimum, including source and destination? 6543. So ideally you have to know where is these two, Padur and Bikaner. UPSC is asking these kind of questions these days where you have to think a lot in the exam hall. Okay, already this road kind of question has come, Kottayam to Kohima. So we just designed it with current affair. We mixed it up. So Padur and Bikaner are two important strategic reserve. There are three and three more are approved. Okay, so it is four actually. If you see here, Padur is in Karnataka and this is in Bikaner is in Rajasthan. So including the source and destination, you have to touch four states if you have to go by road. Okay, the first, second, third reserves are Padur near Udupi, Mangalore, Karnataka. So both are in Karnataka, Padur and Mangalore, and Visakhapatnam in Andhra. Fourth and fifth is proposed at this Orissa place and this Rajasthan place. Okay, so that is the five strategic reserves, and more are going to come. So if you see here, this Udupi or Padur, from here, if you go, you have to go through Karnataka, go through Maharashtra, then Gujarat, and then Rajasthan. That is how you will reach here. So four states. Okay. So this is just an imagination in the exam hall you have to do. You have already asked like Delhi's longitude, what is there. So Delhi's longitude, it will be Bangalore here. Okay, Bangalore is the answer for that. Then Kottayam to Kohima is like this. You will go Kottayam to Kohima. You will touch 7 states. Okay, like that by heart it if it's a previous year question. And the exam hall you can again think if you want. Okay, but easier is to save time by heart it. And this again, as I told, if you want to practice like that, hundreds of questions in geography, even based NCERT is there, environment is there, science based on everything is there. This is going to completely do your revision in the last few days. If you revise any of my tests, surely you are going to score extra few marks. So please see to it which one is your weak side and come and get it. Okay, or the first package if you get, you will get everything, but in 20 days you cannot humanly do it. So I don't recommend that, but whichever subject you want and current affair you want, please come and buy. Else after October 4, you can freely join the 2021 test series if you fail. Okay, but I hope all of you pass and come back and tell that we studied because of your revision series and all. So we'll see you there. We'll come with the next episode soon. Enjoy your learning. Thank you and have a nice day.